So in this video we will be talking about the structures and unions in C#. So this video is very important for the upcoming videos because we will be creating the structures and passing them to the arguments, and also we will be receiving a pointer to these structures, and then we will be looping over through this all the structures. So the structures are also similar to the classes, but these are like normal value types. So you can create a structure, let's say public struct test. So test is a structure, and here we can have the structure members. So let's say public int id and public int code, public string name. So these three are the members, and you should not initialize these values in this structure. So this is like a blueprint for the structure. Now what we're going to do is we are going to create a object for this. So it's not really like an object, it's a structure instantiation. So let's say test t. So we can declare like this, and we can also declare like this, new test, similar to declaring objects from the classes. Now how to access these members is using the dot operator, t dot. So here you can see we have this blue color members, code, id and name. So here you can see code, id and name. So we can print this. Also we can assign this. By default the values will be set to 0. So if I go and say 1 2 3 4 and I want to print this t.id, let's go and print this, and here you can see the value of id. So before initialization we have this, before assignment we have this 0, and after that we have 1 2 3 4. And the next thing is we need to define the size. So you need to import this runtime.interop services, and here we have marshal dot size of, and here we need to pass the type of the data you want to get the size of. So I want to say type of test. So I want to get the this structure's size. So the integer takes 4 bytes, and next integer takes 4 bytes, and the string is a pointer, so it takes 4 bytes. So total will be 12 bytes. So if I go and print this, and here we can see the size is 12 bytes. Also the difference between the structure and union is the memory allocation. Here you can see the 12 bytes, and in the union the whatever data type has the maximum size, the whole union gets that same size. So in the structure we have this 4 bytes and the 4 bytes and the 4 bytes of pointer. So we have this 12 bytes. So you can simply add them, and the size of the structure is simply addition of these sizes. But in union the maximum size, let's say if this is a double, it takes 8 bytes I guess, and the whole union gets the 8 size memory. So we'll be seeing union later in this video. And you can see this is identifier, the public. You can also declare a member as private string secret underscore key. Now what happens is you cannot access the private members of this any structure. If I go and say t dot secret key, and here you can see we have no suggestion of the secret key. So let's go and print this, and we got some errors. So the secret key is inaccessible due to its protection level. So what we need to do is we need to convert that to public, or we can also declare another function that can set this value. So generally this method like public void set let's say set secret. So these methods will be used to set the private members of this structure without knowing the value of this without accessing these private members. So let's say string key, we can say secret key is equals to key. So this method sets the value of the secret key. And also we can write another method, that is public void get secret and return secret key. So now how to set the secret key? You need to use this function t dot set secret of, you need to pass the string. So let's say this is very secret key. And how to get the secret key? Using t dot get secret. Okay, sorry, the string is return type. So if you run this, and here you can see we got the contents of this secret key. And another way is using the getters and setters. So this is these are like a properties of this member. So what we can do is we can simply delete these two functions. I'm going to say public let's say secret, and I want to say get return secret key. And I can also say set and secret key is equals to value. So let's go, and so we got some errors. Now what I can do is delete this. So whenever I say t dot secret is equals to, let's say hello world, and now I can just print this as a secret. So whenever we are assigning a value, the value will be assigned to this secret key. Whenever we are going to print this, the value will be automatically returned. So let's run this, and here we can see the string. So you can access like t dot secret as a simply normal member, but it will perform the operations on this private member secret key. And you can also create a constructors for this. So the constructor will automatically invoke whenever the object is created, but the drawback of this constructor is you need to initialize all of these values. At least you need to have one constructor that initializes all of these member values whenever you create the object. So it's for the structures you don't need to I think it's you use only constructor when you have the need. And also I want to discuss this layout, that is struct layout of layout kind dot. And here you can see there are three kinds: explicit, sequential, and auto. So this explicit is used for the unions, and sequential is for structures. So the sequential, whenever the structure will be exactly as it is. Whenever you pass this structure into some other function, so the members of these functions of this structure will be exactly in the order. So the first one will be ID, and second one will be the code, and third one will be the secret key. So this won't get interchanged when you put this layout kind of sequential. Now let's define another union for this struct layout is explicit. You don't require any union keyword. The same struct keyword is used for union. So let's say my union, and now we need to, let's say, declare two variables, public int roll number and we need to declare a field offset of the offset where this variable starts. So if I say 0, then this would be the starting position. So let's declare another variable int grade, and let's say field offset of 0. So the thing is, both start at the same location, same offset. So that means if you assign any value to this roll number, and if you print this grade, then this value will be printed because they share both the memory location and at the same offset. So let's create a, so the name is my union. Okay, so my union m is equals to new my union, and let's assign m dot roll number is equals to, let's say, 5. Now let's go and print this m dot roll number. We are just printing its value now, and here you can see the 5. Now let's go and change this to grade. Now here you can see we got the same value 5 because the memory allocated is the same, the 4 bytes. Let's also print the value of the size. And here you can see we got only 4 bytes for the two variables. Now let me go and change this field offset to 4. So it will start at the 4. So program dot my union plus 4. And if I go and assign a different number to the grade and also print the roll number as well, m dot roll number, so we will be seeing two different values for these two variables because of 8 bytes. Here you can see the 5, which is the value of roll number, and the grade is 100, and the size of this union is 8 bytes. So this is about the basics of structures and unions. We will be also seeing the nested structures now. So we can also include this union in my structure. So all I need to do is I can say public. So the type of this variable I want to create, that is of the type my union. Let's say m1, m2. Now let me comment out this. Now when I created this T, I can simply access the members of this union by using T dot m2 dot this member. T dot m2 dot roll number is equals to let's say 69, and let's go and print this T dot m2 dot roll number. Let's go and run this, and here you can see the value 69. And also let's print out the whole size. So we are already printing the size of test. So the 4 bytes, and this is 4, and this should be 8, I guess. So total will be 20. So we got this 20 bytes, and let's change this, and now we will get only 16. So this is all about the structures and unions in the C#.